Hey there, just a quick reminder, we have a mentorship program if you're looking for personalized coaching and mentorship to help guide you to the next level of your interior design business, whatever that might look like for you, whether it's processes and procedures or what services to offer to how to incorporate wellness, intention, or spirituality into your projects. Come join us over at designcoven.com/join. Or if you're just in search to connect with other like-minded interior designers, you can join our free community, also located at designcoven.com/join. Hey there, welcome to episode 63 of the Holistic Interior Design Business Podcast. Today we have a design consultation with me and a client. We are looking at a commercial space. This is a restaurant. It's a little bit different from the residential clients that I have, but it's also very similar. So this is a great little preview, a look at what it's like to consult with me as a designer if you're looking for a designer. Or if you are a new or aspiring designer, this is kind of going to give you a glimpse of what it's like to consult, to talk with a client. This is all virtual, although I have been into the space physically. So this will give you a little taste of all that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It should be a fun one. You're listening to the Holistic Interior Design Business Podcast. This is a podcast that guides you as a new or inspiring independent interior designer navigating your entrepreneurial path. Here, with my over 20 years experience, I will share my holistic approach to design with intention and ancient practices, including feng shui, all incorporating mind, body, and spirit into my design projects. You will also learn from seasoned interior designers as they give strategies and insight of how they built their businesses and continue to work in the field. Together, we will discover supportive trade partners, new ideas, creatives, and inspiring artists from around the world. I'm your host, Rachel Larraine Crawford. Welcome back. Today, we have a beautiful design refresh with Lisa, and this is a really unique, beautiful space, and her inspiration is also just really inspiring. So we will get into all of that in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and open up our space by just connecting us with the present moment, ringing our bell, and of course, lighting our candle. So I have a beautiful beeswax candle here from Mithras. For me, lighting a candle, it's always about just taking a moment to be intentional, connect with the spirits of fire, which of course is creation, creativity, and just bringing our minds into this present moment with the flame. So I'm going to go ahead and light this to get us here. And then I'm going to pull us a card. I've just been obsessing over the Radiant Crystal deck from Bouchette Design. It's this deck right here. It's so pretty. So I'm just like, for whatever reason, the crystals right now are really calling to me. So we're going to pull a crystal card, Lisa, for our session, just to kind of tap in and see what energy is connecting us today. Ametrine. Oh my God. Okay, so ametrine is the mix between amethyst and citrine, which is really, really beautiful. So citrine really connects us to our fire element and our solar plexus. And then for me, amethyst is right there at that third eye with intuition. So Carrie, who's designed the cards, she has these keywords for us. So we've got optimism, balancing, soothing, and intuition. And then she's got it connected to the crown chakra. The astro sign here is Gemini and Libra. And the affirmation is, through optimism, I strengthen my intuition and find balance. This is all about those connections of balance, intuition. And it says here, ametrine combines amethyst and citrine, creating a powerful connection to the physical and spiritual realms. Amethyst draws in divine guidance, while citrine incorporates these energies into your life and helps in creating harmony with others.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Me too. Ametrine it's if you ever see a piece of ametrine, it's like the most divine, prettiest thing. It's just that purple and then orange and then sort of that mix in between. It's so gorgeous. What are you drinking? What are you nourishing yourself with, Lisa? What do you got up
I'm
there?
drinking today. Well, in my cup, I have something called Immunity Essentials. It has like vitamin C, vitamin D, it has some zinc, has some Epicor, things to help, just boost your immune system. I also have some herbal tea concentrate, boost my metabolism,
Wow.
crash, and then some collagen, collagen beauty booster,
You got it all bumped up
got
at
it
the
all.
fire.
I always make this concoction every day. Yeah, my favorite.
Well, I have a new moon in Virgo tea by Paru that we created some time back. And this is jasmine, green tea, orange peel, blue cornflower, and peppermint. And it just has a little bit of caffeine in it, but it's just really refreshing. I think it's that peppermint that it's just like giving me that little extra kick, right? It's like I need a little something here.
Right.
Mm.
I bet it smells so good.
I mean, all of her teas are just, yeah, it's the peppermint. I feel like that's the one like herb that's just like calling me in for sure. For sure. All right. Well, I'm so excited to have you. Thank you for being here with us and sharing space. And
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored that you invited me. So thank you.
of course. So I always start by asking everybody, what is home? What is home for you right now? What does that mean in your time of your life?
What is home for me? I love this question. I feel like home is more of like a feeling. So like feeling of being safe, love, acceptance, joy,
Yeah.
peaceful, all of that.
Right.
Family.
Yeah. That's huge. And I know you have quite a family. It's
Yeah.
a family and that people are
Thank you.
so like integrated and connected. And that's really, really beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we have typically what I've been doing is having spaces in people's homes for these design refreshes. So you're the first, commercial hospitality space, which is really cool. So can you tell me a bit about, let's start with about your business, because this is really, creating a physical space, right? Because you don't have
Right.
the moment.
Right. So about 9 years ago, we started like a home-based nutrition business where we just taught people how to get healthy through nutrition. And, we really follow that it's 80% nutrition, 20% exercise, to be healthy and fit and, feel your best. So we've been working from home for a while, years, and we finally want to create a space where people can just come in and have maybe, their something, a healthy option for whether it's their breakfast or lunch, or even just a healthy option for energy. And then just really wanting to have that space and create a community where people come in and just feel amazing.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. So I'm hearing community and healthy wellness, all of those sorts of things. So what's the intention behind this space? Like what is the feeling that you're wanting people to experience as they're coming into the space? And
Like a big hug. A big hug, but I of course want it like fun, clean. Fun, clean, fresh, all of that. Yeah. Inviting,
yeah,
like a big hug.
yeah. And what is it that you're loving about the space? Like, why did you guys choose this space? Why did this space call to you?
I felt like it was such a good space that was just empty. It's like a blank slate and we can create what we want. It's also in like a really good location where I feel like people need, what we have and they would love it.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. And is there anything in the space that you're feeling or kind of stuck, or maybe the energies are a little bit off for you?
Well, it's just so I'm so not good at visualizing what the outcome can be. So when I go in, it's just this dark, long rectangle, and I'm like, I know this can be great. I just don't know how to make this great. So that is what I think I need someone's help to help me visualize or help me to create something that would be what we love and, just feel great.
Yeah. And a lot of times whenever I start a project, I'm always asking for inspiration. So it's like, what's the thing that really, inspires you? And a lot of times we can't express it with words because it's like it just doesn't come out right. And it's like you have, this feeling or this vision within you, but it's hard to express it. So using photos is really a beautiful way to do that. I do have some love-hate with Pinterest, but I love the aspect of being able to pull images from different places. So I'm going to open up our pin board. I'm going to share my screen here so that you can take a look at the board that you created, which is such a powerful tool. So are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're looking at is we're looking at Lisa's board, and I want to just go through some things because I see definitely some patterns here. How would you explain your inspiration? Like, what words would you use to describe?
Well, for me, it's kind of all over the place, but it's kind of islandy. The name of our place will be Ohana Nutrition, and Ohana means family. And of course, it's a Hawaiian word. So I go from wanting it to be like simple, bright, natural. Then all of a sudden I'm like, tropical glam, fun, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm all over, but I do want it to have like a really cool wall where people are excited to come in and take pictures at, and yeah, just feel really great, feel better when they leave than before they walked in.
Yeah, I think that's huge. And what are the services that you are offering in this space?
So they'll be able to come in and get like a healthy meal replacement, or a healthy protein snack, or an energizing tea that doesn't have all the junk in it, like all the sugars and all the different, things that they could find somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what are you expecting people to kind of come in and go, or are they hanging out? Is this?
Yeah, like I think it'd be cool to have it to be like a meeting place for people to even come in and do some work. There will be some loud, not loud, but music. It's not going to be like a quiet, like elevator, like sound, but just some good vibes. You might want to hang out for a bit. And then, yeah, but a lot of people, I know there's a school across the street and there's a gym. And so people might just want to come in and grab it, go.
Got it. Okay. So you've got sort of a mix of like this grab and go and this other crowd that may hang out, work a little bit, or meet with somebody. And
yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right. So we're going to go into some photos here of your inspiration. I see a lot of, a common theme that I'm seeing is all these beautiful tropical wallpapers, murals, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that you're going to want some sort of a wall that has this feeling to it.
I do. I love the big tropical wallpaper, like the mural look.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And then I also am seeing a lot of hanging chairs.
I wasn't sure about but I think that is so unique, and I just love it. I love the wall with the circled, thing, and or swings. I think that would be fun too.
Absolutely. This photo here, I'm going to click on this and make this larger. This really is calling out to me because I do feel like this totally has sort of the look and vibe. Do you like all these things hanging from the ceiling?
I do. For my husband, he thinks it's a bit much, but I love it.
Mm-hmm. I love that this is a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can really see that in your space. Okay, we're going to, even this, I'm seeing like these, these beautiful pendants.
I love that.
Hanging.
Yes.
You can totally see that in your space. And that's kind of a compromise between, having all those plants and all the lights and all the things, where this is a bit cleaner, but you're still getting this very beautiful, dramatic experience with the pendant.
Yeah.
I know, and we'll go into your photos of your actual space, but you have some bar seating, right? There's going to be some bar seating. Are you guys going to eliminate that, or is that part of the?
So we originally we thought, we could have a couple, seats along the bar. But as we're going, as we're thinking more forward, we're thinking of actually more towards the wall and, alongside it, not really at the bar.
Not at the bar. Okay.
Right.
And then I see like you've got some neons.
Yeah.
Sprinkled in, which is really cool. And then these plant walls, same thing. Are you looking to do a plant wall? Or are you looking more at like the wallpaper?
I like the wallpaper. I'm
Okay.
not sure about I like this plant wall. I just think it might be a bit much.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sweet. And then you've got other pieces that are really cool. So would this be in replacement of the swings? You've got
Right.
really
These
cool.
are just different options, like swing or this, or as far as like the Instagram wall goes, like, something cool that they could come and take a picture.
Cool. So just so everybody knows, I did actually come out and look at the physical space. So I have a little bit more insight on the space versus just kind of what we saw here. So I was going to ask you, Lisa, has anything changed since the last time we met about like the layout or any
No,
progress in any way? Or...
no, we're still waiting for approval. And yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go back to actually my photos that I took while I was out there. And let me do a little screen share here so that everybody can see what we're looking at. So this here is when you come into the space, there's a wall to the left and there's, it's a long, you're right, Lisa, it's a long rectangle. So you come in and there's a long wall here to the left and there's nothing at the moment. And then you look straight back and there's two sort of walls and then there's a hallway and that goes into the restroom to the left. And then on the right, there's going to be the order bar with everything over there. There is a space on the far right to do some sort of a, I don't know if I have that picture. I don't think I took a photo of that, but there is a space to do some sort of an Instagram wall there, which we had spoken about before. So I'm going to go back to our original photo. So here's what I'm seeing. This wall to the right, which is where you're going to have most of your seating, we're going to eliminate having bar stools. So it's all going to be one level seating for the most part, unless we do like a swinging chair or something. So when you go in, I definitely, and I think we had mentioned it before, spoke about doing a basically a long bench that goes all around. And I would even encompass that back corner, making that maybe a booth, so that you can have somebody that might have like 6 people come in. They can kind of go to the back of the space, have a bit more room and feel a little bit more sort of closed in. And then having a bench that goes mostly to the front. You might have a little bit of space of like, I'd say maybe 10 feet in the front where you can have like a couple of floating chairs and tables. So that can be mixed. And then if you have a party or whatever, that's something that could be moved out a little bit just so that you have some more room toward the front, because you might want to make this a little bit more like flexible in some of the spaces. But long bench, and we had spoken about like doing some beautiful upholstery. I can definitely see, what is that word? It's not necessarily tufting, but it's upholstered with like the lines. Like I like having the, those lines that are kind of going across. And then you can either do little round tables. The round tables are nice because to me, they just feel softer. But the other thing you want to think about is if you did square tables, you could bunch them together and make a longer table for a room. So that's kind of one of those things of like, where's the compromise? Do we want like the cute little round tables and not be able to bunch them up? Or do we need to go in the route of being, practical and creating tables that are square so that they can be bunched? And then I would get a chair on the other side. So you have a bench along the side, a table, and then a floating chair. And the style that I'm seeing for you are these really cute chairs from Serena and Lily. Are you familiar with that brand?
No.
Yeah, so they actually have a showroom in Del Mar at One Paseo, and it's got that tropical beachy island vibe. It's got the natural materials that you were just speaking of, and they come in different colors, or you can do the natural. I think either the natural with the white combination or just the natural. They're like almost like bamboo or rattan chairs. They're super cute. I'm sure you've seen them at other places, but it totally fits the vibe of what's happening here, and it would bring in the natural element. Your tabletops, I would probably stick to like a quartz. The wood is nice. The only problem with wood is the cleanability, and the wood's breaking and expanding, and it could be issues with maintenance. So that's some of the things that we have to think about when we work in the commercial world, is like, okay, what's going to withstand the wear and tear of people using it every single day? So I wanted be very specific and selective as far as like where the materials are going to go. So that's why I was talking about those beautiful rattan chairs, bringing that as the wood in the space. And then the other thing I was looking at some of your photos too, your floor, I know you're going to seal the concrete and that's going to be the floor. And I think that's fantastic. Another way to get people to, like you had spoken about Instagram and getting them to post and stuff, is having like right when you come in, maybe there's a really cool saying, or you guys have a motto, or you guys have something going on. And there's words like right when you come in, and the people can like snap a pic, of their shoes on your motto, or,
Oh, I love that.
and you can get somebody to create basically like a vinyl that they would create and stick on the floor.
I love that.
So you can definitely do that in there. You might even want to do like a pattern on the floor in the bathroom. Well, you have tile in the bathroom, right? It's a tile floor?
Yes.
Not concrete. Okay. So maybe not so much not so much on the tile in the bathroom. I would do it on the cement for sure. Yeah. When you
A pattern?
No, I was talking about it in the bathroom, but you have a tile floor. So we'll have to scratch that idea of that. And then your bar dice. So the part of the bar that you see when you walk in, there's that front of the bar there. I definitely would do like a beautiful tile. And I'm envisioning, I'm going to go back to your Pinterest so that I can kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. There's these really pretty tiles that are, I think they even make them out of porcelain now, which is much, it's a lower cost than say a ceramic tile. But these porcelain tiles have the ceramic look. Do you see down below at this bar die down here?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, so those are probably ceramic, but they do make some porcelains that look like it if you're looking to be on a budget, but they are modeled. So they have different shades of the same color. So it's all the same color, but when they bake them, they're different. So it has this beautiful modeled look to it. And I would just bring either a color down there. I mean, this is really neutral and pretty if you wanted to stay with the neutral palette. But really bringing that down below and just doing one of the exact same thing. It's so big. I don't think you need to like do anything crazy down there. We really want to pick our hero, and where we want to draw our eye. So for me, that bar would just be beautiful to have. And it could even be like, those shades of green or like blue, if you're thinking about the water, connecting back to that.
My favorite color is aqua, like the aqua, would that be pretty down there?
Absolutely. Doing these shades of aqua down there would be really, really gorgeous. And then this is the other place that I would pick on where to put your pendants. So these pendants are beautiful and they're the perfect size. I would either have the pendants at the bar or have them at the bench. What I'm seeing for you guys is having them at the bench above the tables, because that's really going to create an atmosphere for people to want to hang out. You've got some really cool lighting. I wouldn't put it by the bar because you're not going to have anyone sitting there. And I would do pendants there as well, but really simple, clean pendants that follow the bar. And then you're going to have more of a showpiece of pendants above each one of those tables.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then in the entry, I'm going to go back. So over in this area, I don't have a picture of looking at it straight on. This is where we had spoken before about doing that Instagram piece.
Yep.
So I can definitely see like some swings happening there, or the hanging chair for sure, because there's space there. You'll just want to be conscious about like how much space you have, because this is where people are ordering, right? Kind of
right
location. So we don't want it to be too crowded, and to give people space to be able to take photos and not be in the way. So it's like either a hanging chair or maybe a couple of swings would fit there for sure. You could also have another like little floating table here with 2 or 3 chairs, maybe 4. It just kind of depends on how big. And what I would do is you can take some cardboard and you can cut it out, to the size, or take painter's tape and just put the tape at the bottom on the floor so you can see how big things need to be and how much room you need. Unless you have floor plans and you have somebody that can draw it up. But it's nice to kind of see it in person, because then you can really understand three-dimensionally the scope of things.
For sure. Okay.
Okay, so then we've got that whole wall. So with that wall, we'd spoken about, wallpaper and all of those sorts of things. So what I'm seeing this wall really being, a place and with those swings, like you could either do a really dramatic wallpaper, or you might even look at having a muralist come out and do something custom for you guys. And they can create sort of like a concept board for you, so they can show you what it would look like conceptually on that wall. But I definitely see that wall as something.
So that the wall that's going behind the bar, I think with the health department, it has to be that one plain white. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and I think you have to do it up to what, like 42 inches or
right.
Yeah. So then that would still be, and then you're going to have cabinets back there too, right?
Right.
Cabinetry and stuff. So that'll be at 36, and then you'll have another 6 inches of a sort of that backsplash, and then above that, I think you can probably do something.
Okay.
But just double check. And then we'd also spoken before when you and I met about having like your menu there.
Yes.
So you still have like the mural, maybe where the swings are, like have that one be a bit more busy, and then it kind of fades and softens, and it's not as much going on toward the back of the space. And then you can have your big, beautiful menu up there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then on the other wall above your banquette or your bench, over here, this I would make it a little bit softer, not so busy, because you're going to have like the big pendants there. You're going to have the bench. So maybe this wall just becomes like a monotone thing where you still have like the outline of like the leaves or whatever, but it's just like one color, or it's just like two colors. So it's a bit softer, and that will kind of relieve your eye a little bit, so it's not so much happening in that space. And I definitely, like in this corner especially, would bring in like some beautiful planters and gorgeous tropical real plant. Like we don't need to be hanging on the plants like that other photo. I think that's a bit much, but having some beautiful tropical plants and gorgeous planters would be fantastic. And then I would do a beautiful planter on each one of the tables with some sort of a plant. And I'm really seeing like tropical plants in this space, just because of the theme of what's going on and the lighting that's in there. The tropicals are going to do well, without having direct sun and that kind of thing. And also just being aware of like what's happening with that window. I know it can get pretty bright in there on some of the days.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I love this.
I can totally see like even 3, like containers of plants that are just like overflowing with like beautiful life.
Oh, I love that.
And just all this wellness so that you guys are going to be sharing with everybody, I think is beautiful. And then back here, you got these 2 walls, and this is a great space. Again, if you wanted to bring in some words or some quotes or, anything like that, this would be a really cool space to kind of, or even if you wanted to do, I'm debating back and forth because I want to incorporate your neon.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, maybe we do the neon here, but I actually think the neon might be kind of cool back here in the bathroom because it's a bit darker. And if you did something on this wall and you put that neon there, and then while people are waiting to go to the bathroom, they can take their selfies or their pictures with the neon back here. And then that would also pull your eye to take you back into that.
Yes. So you were saying the neon on the back wall, and then what kind of wallpaper did you recommend?
The neon on the back of this. And then here, these 2 places are really prominent. You could do, even an ombre on this wall would be pretty. But we just have to be aware of like all the things and not going to, because you're going to have pendants hanging all right, in front of this stuff. And I don't want a ton of words. So it's really going to be about like, okay, where do you want like this quote or this neon? So either doing it here or doing it on this back wall where the bathroom is.
Okay.
So just something to think about.
Yeah.
And then in your bathroom, we're going to go to the bathroom. All the hardscaping is done in there. So we don't, so this is the wall that I was talking about, having that neon right here.
Yes.
And is that concrete? Oh, is that cement?
I think I can't remember, but I think it's a regular wall,
Okay. It
but I'm not sure if it
almost looks
might
like
be.
a cinder block. If that's the case, then you would have to fur out the wall, which just means you would have to like bring drywall out and
Okay.
sort of create a wall if you wanted to do the neon, because you can't drill really well into that. So that's just one of those nuances or things you'll have to think about if you do decide to do the neon back here.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So
yeah, I'll have to.
yeah, you'll want to look at that. And let's go into the bathroom. So in here, so we've already got our hardscapes done. We've got our flooring done. We've got our wainscot done. I would definitely switch out the mirror, do something a bit more fun. You can even find something that's rattan or like the natural wood. I would want to bring in some sort of a natural element into this space because it is so hard. And then I would bring in a beautiful like pendant hanging in this corner, or you can do a light fixture above this, but I think a hanging pendant would be more dramatic.
Oh, okay.
And then I would do either a mural or wallpaper in this bathroom for sure. And something so outrageous and so fun and just like unexpected. And I would bring it up onto the ceiling or paint the ceiling something dark to correspond with the wallpaper or the mural that you're doing.
Okay. Yes, I wanted something really fun in the bathroom.
Yeah, it really needs to be one of those things where it's like unexpected, fun. People are taking pictures in there. It's just one of those places that you can just go really crazy because it's small and it's little and it's tucked away and you don't see it until you like.
Yes.
So we're changing up the mirror, adding a pendant, doing some sort of wallpaper or mural along the entire wall and on the ceiling.
How fun.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Bathrooms is like one of my favorite things. They're just like fun places to do something kind of funky and weird, and there's no rules for sure. And then on your windows, this is a great opportunity to have some vinyls done. So if there is a certain motif that we're doing, like those big, tropical leaves or whatever, you can have vinyls done where they stick them on the window, and maybe it's just like these big outlines of these big leaves, and then you have your logo on one of those windows, and it really draws people's attention over to that space. And then I don't have a photo of outside, but I definitely would do more planters and plants. Like for me and your space, like you guys just connecting with, teas and smoothies, that to me just is like life, and big foliage and plants and leaves and all of that would be really beautiful in there without like hanging too much stuff, because that's one thing I don't want to have, like that hanging feeling for you guys. And then your countertops, I would definitely go for like a quartz, something that's really durable and clean and simple, because you're going to have all these murals and all these other things. So like your basic, like your finishes should be really I'm just hearing the word clean, simple, and then you have all these things happening. Do you have any questions on any of that?
I love all of this. You're amazing. I love how you can see it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought of that or that. So thank you so much. I do have a question about the ceiling. So it is black, it's open. Would you keep that? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would just keep it black, and then maybe even spraying the vent or the AC. So it's all one color. And then you're going to have these light fixtures that are going to hang down here at the bar. And those again are just going to be super simple, like maybe just a really clean glass. Nothing that's going to compete with the big pendants that are going on the other side. We want these ones to be a little bit quiet, but I still want to have something come down to bring down that feeling, because it is very expansive, and that it does raise up, but I would keep all that black and keep it kind of appears up there.
Okay. I did have a question. I'm trying to visualize what kind of smaller pendants would go over the bar. What kind of, you said like little glass ones, or what were you saying?
Let me show you. Let me see if I can. Something like this. Do you see like this cute little, it's really simple.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And Room and Board has some that are even colored. I wouldn't do too much color because I want to keep things a bit quiet. But I'm looking for things that are a simple silhouette versus like this is too much. This is very design I don't like these belly curvy things. I think that is too traditional. It really needs to be simple. This is okay, but to me that's I really like this one from Pottery Barn of all places. It's not really, I don't usually shop there, but sometimes you can find things that are unexpected. So yeah, I mean, that shape looks great. I love the black. I want to incorporate the black with the ceiling. So I want it to connect with the space. So that's why I'm leaning towards that black finish. Like something like this is too much happening with everything that's going on.
Right.
These are kind of cool though. Etsy, sometimes you can find some pretty rad stuff on Etsy, even if like this was black, but those are pretty rad.
Those are cool.
I like those. But yeah, something simple like that. Because you're gonna marry it with, oh, these are even kind of cute. They have like that green aqua-y sort of.
Right.
They're decorative, but they're not over
Not
the top.
too much.
They're super cute, actually. I like those a lot. Those are on eBay. I don't, but maybe there's something other place. Oh yeah, see, like these colors are so cute. I was just saying like clear, but then I'm looking at these greens and I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be so beautiful. Like these
with the aqua tile.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are pretty.
I want to give you an idea of see, something like, maybe not this blue color because it's too bluey, but you see how they have this mottled
Yes.
back to them?
Yeah. Okay.
I do like the squares. Like these are really cool. Again, that might be too baby blue. These are gorgeous.
Those are really pretty.
Yeah, it's green. Do you see this bathroom right here? This is too dark, but do you see how it's
Yeah.
something like that at the bottom?
That's really pretty.
Yeah, those are really beautiful. And I can see it going either a matte finish or even doing a gloss because there's nothing else in there that's going to be glossy.
Ooh, okay. That's so pretty.
And the gloss has sort of a watery effect to it. So that might be really cool to bring into the painting.
Oh, I love those. Okay.
Yeah, they're really, really pretty. Like that. I mean, this one's too dark, but the idea of it.
Yep. More like oceany, like lighter. I know where you're going. I love that.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions?
I don't. I mean, I love everything you said, and I still am like, I want to rewatch it 20 million times so I can,
Yeah, look and see, and and take what works, and then if there's something that doesn't resonate, then that's cool too. And then maybe that will just give you a nice leap to like be like, okay, we know what that bar die is. We understand that concept. We know we're looking for these large pendants, but before you do that, map out the floor plan. So then you see, okay, we only have room for 4 tables and the big cat that's in the back, and so we've got 5 large pendants that we're looking for. So then it's going to start giving you a budget and start giving you a list of, and same thing with, okay, we need 10 dining chairs and we need, this many tables. And so it will start really solidifying things for you. And I feel like it'll give you some clarity too. And then, mapping out where those swings are going and think, okay, we're doing 2 swings versus a big hanging chair.
Okay. That helps so much.
Yeah, for sure. And you can also bring in we talked about that container going in on the right when you come in with the tropical plants, but you might have room on the left-hand side too to create something there.
Okay. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much.
Of course. I'm so excited. I just can't wait to see the space. And you had spoken about the school across the street, and just coincidentally, that was my high school, and we had spoken about that before. And so it's just really neat how everything sort of connects. And then also Lisa went to high school with my husband. So there's all these connections that we have, and we never met each other before then. And so it's just all these synchronicities.
Yes. All meant to be. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Of course. And then if you get stuck or you're like, is this what you're talking about? Just send me a text. Send me, when you're out shopping or whatever. And I want to show you those Serena and Lily chairs really fast too, so you understand the idea of it. Like these little guys. I mean, maybe not with the arms, but you've seen these probably. These little guys.
Oh, cute.
Let me hide my
yes, those are super cute.
Right? It just has that island. And again, you can do the white one without the arm.
Those are really cute.
Super cute. I just see that as being like totally in vibe with what
Yes.
you're doing. But I really want to bring in like a natural wood element
Mhm.
to the space, and having a row of them, down as you walk into the space, I think is just going to be stunning.
What color do you see the bench and the
I would do that in a color. So if you're gonna do like I almost see it in two colors. I either see it in like a yellow or like a mustardy color, or I see it in a darker green. Or it could even be a dark blue, but I'm liking the vibe of the greens that you were mentioning for whatever reason. Like if you have the bar dye in a mid-tone green that shifts, maybe that is like a dark green on the other side. So it's
that
like
would be
everything
pretty.
at that level is like some sort of a green component. So then we're not
What
like,
kind of material do you think?
I'm almost seeing it like, you can do a vinyl, but I almost see like a performance velvet. They have these performance grade fabrics that are coated with like a Teflon finish or another brand of finish, but they're ones that can be easily cleaned and wiped. So you're going to want to look for a commercial grade or like I said, like a Teflon performance grade fabric.
Okay. Okay.
I'm seeing upholstery because everything is so hard.
Yeah.
Finishes are hard. I want to have that be something soft.
Okay. Oh, how exciting. I love that.
And then the same thing with the chairs. I like the softness of the backs. I like the softness of the backs, especially if you're not going to do like a round table. If you are going to be more practical and go with like a square table so that you can bunch, having a round back on the side chairs and having upholstery on the bench is going to really help. And then having a beautiful plant on the tables too. So I'm looking for always looking at the bridge between hard and soft. So the feminine, the masculine, the yin and the yang. So I'm looking at things as a whole picture and where can I bring softness into the space. And your pendants too. Your pendants are going to have, a dome shape and be in a natural material. So that's going to bring some softness into that space.
Oh, so beautiful. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So good.
Good. So I'll send you the recording. And like I said, just send me a text if you get stuck or you just want some confirmation on some items. So yeah, super fun. Thank you again.
Thank you so much for your time and for all the help. So I love that. Thank you. I'm so grateful.
Then when you're open and you're ready, you're going to have to send us photos and we'll announce it to everyone and share it. And
of course, you'll have to come to the grand opening. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a few months, but
it's coming. It's coming. It's going to happen for sure.
Yes.
All righty.
Well, thank you again.
Oh, you're so welcome. You've been listening to the Holistic Interior Design Business podcast. If it's one that you have been enjoying, please share with anyone else that you think can benefit from this knowledge. And leave us a 5-star review that helps us get seen and found by other new and aspiring interior designers. And if you're looking for mentorship, I invite you to join our club here at the Design Coven. It's a bridge between school and real life interior design. We get in much deeper there. We have virtual and in-person events. So everyone is welcome. You don't need to have a design degree to be part of it, just an interest in holistic interior design. I also want to thank our editor, Marcy Ferry, Blake Ferris, for all of her special help with the podcast, our social media posts, newsletter, and lastly, Kinseth Thibodeau, who is our music composer. Until next time, be well, and we will see each other soon.